Great night for hoops here at Spanish Fork High School as the Spanish Fork Dons are set to take on the rival Payson Lions. Both of these teams, Chris, with one region win. This should be a good one.
Should be a good one. The last common opponent's actually Uinta. Spanish went out there last Friday, lost by about a dozen, and Payson beat them by about a dozen on Tuesday. So should be an interesting one. Both teams need a win tonight to try and get back into this region playoff pictures. They're both struggling with a record of 1-2 on this early region season.
Yeah. Again, the Dons with a blackout in here for the introduction of the Spanish Fork Dons. Spanish Fork really had a rough time against that Uinta team, and it's looking more and more, Chris, like this region is just going to be black and blue. I mean, would you be surprised, honestly, if the 6-4 region record won the region?
Maybe a little bit, because Wasatch and Maple Mountain, I think, might be a cut above the rest, but maybe I'm wrong in that. But I think one of those teams will probably get 7 wins.
Friday,
but you could be right.
Yeah, the last Friday, I mean, Wasatch
lost to Salem Hills.
Lost to Salem Hills. I mean, and I talk more with Jimmy DeGraff and Reed from Salem Hills more than I talk with any other coach. But it's kind of interesting, and it's like he said, it wouldn't shock him one bit if that's how this ended. And you just don't want to be the team at this point to be left out of that mix when it comes down to the who's who in the region. You don't want to be that bottom team.
Right, and Springville's have tied for that region lead with only 1 loss as well, and that's kind of been a surprise, as a lot of teams expected them to struggle, or a lot of people did.
Lance Wilson State Farm sponsored tonight's great assists of the game. The Car Guys will sponsor tonight's instant replays. Two Jacks Pizza also a sponsor, along with SFCN, Triple T Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, along with MVP Sports, who will sponsor tonight's MVP of the game. As we are set for the tip, and Payson with the ball to begin the ball game. Payson on the floor starting, Damon Barr, along with Bryce Wilbur. Who else do we got out there? I'm missing someone. Michael Rowley and Colton Mortensen. Colton Mortensen, Chris, he's going to be the center of this offense.
Right, he comes in averaging 18 points a game for Payson, and he's probably going to be the focal point of this offense. And also look out for Jaden Terry, who's averaging nearly a dozen himself.
Dons are starting their typical 5, Tanner Argyle, Jax Tobias, and Bridger Knowles, Garrett Hills, and Austin Thyre.
If the Dons can get hot, they can beat anybody. They did beat Salem Hills, who, beat Wasatch. Like you said, there's a lot of parity, and just depends on who gets hot on any given night.
That's right. Well, I'm just a little bit concerned, Chris, because I don't think this place is going to get full tonight.
Well, a couple more people show up, the fire marshal might cancel the game. This place is packed. I've never seen this many people here.
Yeah. Underneath is Mortensen. He's fouled going up. Again, the Dons losers of 2 straight. Payson broke their 2-loss streak with a win against UNA, as Chris mentioned earlier. Free throw good for Colton Mortensen.
One of the themes we bring up every broadcast is Jax Tobias in foul trouble. He got into a lot of it last year, and he picked up an early one.
So Tobias, and again with that first foul, you got to watch him, as it looked like Garrett Hales was held up a little bit, but ball out of bounds. Appears to be off of Mortensen. That or Garrett Hales is a good salesman.
Well, he's not that big. It wouldn't take much to knock him off course.
That's right. Garrett with the ball front court for the Dons. There's Tanner Argyle up top. You might see him shoot a lot. Yeah, I think he did, but no whistle. Ball saved by Tobiasen. Knowles to Jax, one-hander, air ball, rebound Mortensen. Here come the Lions.
I'm kind of shocked to see the Lions came out in a zone defense that time, as Spanish Fork struggled at their place last year against the man-to-man.
Pyre on the steal. Argyle free to shoot, misses, rebound to Payson with a putback, won't go, and we got a whistle down as Knowles keeps the play alive. And Tanner Argyle had 26 points against UNA, and they've probably given him the green light.
Yeah, he's one of those streaky shooters, though, and the team usually goes as he does, but he's going to need some help against Payson if they want to pull this victory out.
Dons with the ball underneath. Knowles, whistle, foul. Bucket does not go. I don't know how it didn't.
Might be one of those nights where the shots are just not dropping for the Dons as they've struggled early. It hasn't been a pretty display of shooting so far
by either squad. So to the line, Knowles knocks down the first and ties this contest up. Second one, no good. Rebound, back to him. Dyer for three, no. Rebound to Hales. Dons are loading up on rebounds.
I was going to say, Payson can't buy a rebound at this point.
1-1, 2 minutes in. Now, last
like a
year,
hockey
Chris,
score.
we had an offensive show between these two teams, let me tell you.
It was a 48-44, something like that.
It was something ugly, and it was, that should have been a foul, but nothing called, and the bucket scored by
Bryce Weiberg.
Yep, Bryce Weiberg, number 12. It's kind of hard to see those numbers when they turn around.
Yeah.
Dons on the other end. Hales can't get the connection. Here come the Payson Lions. Damon Barr underneath, and the bucket good. This time, Michael Rowley. Payson with a couple of quick buckets.
Well, I'm not going to lie. I'm not a big fan of these jerseys that Payson's rolling out tonight. They're kind of ugly, in my opinion.
Turnover. Rowley hands it over to Barr. Damon Barr out front, goes right side to Mortensen. Back up top, three ball on the way and drained. Weiber knocks it down. And it is a 8-1 Payson lead, 4:47 on the ticker, Chris.
Wow, that was an excellent play by Weiberg, and he's got hot here for Lions. They list him on the Deseret News website as only playing 5 games but averaging 12 points. I don't know if he was injured earlier in the season, but he took that shot with a lot of confidence, and I knew that thing was going in as soon as it left his hand.
Well, here we are, the Dons almost halfway through the first quarter with 1 point on the scoreboard. They better figure this thing out quick.
Yeah, they just do not look comfortable in their offense. And I don't know if it's just they need to get the ball in Tanner Argyle's hand and let him get hot. Maybe the rest of the team will follow, but they look kind of out of sorts. Other than they're doing a great job at getting those offensive rebounds.
Yeah, they've got the bucket underneath cleared pretty good, but the Dons are over from the field. Bump and a foul, and that one will go against Rowley. Michael Rowley picking up his first. That's 2 team fouls on the Lions. Make it 3.
Make it 3, yeah. But they are being pretty aggressive, but they lack a lot of size out there, and they're struggling to get those defensive rebounds.
Dons inbound to Payson, to Austin Fire. 3 ball. Oh. Thought he was going to take the 3, dribbled instead, but after he took a couple steps, and the turnover by Argyle.
Yeah, Argyle forgot the order of operations that time. You need to dribble and then
that's right,
run.
Barr out front. Goes right side to Jaden Terry, goes underneath to Mortensen. 3 points for Colton. 10-1, the lead for the Lions.
Let's see. Oh, Dons are setting a couple screens down there as Payson's gone to this man-to-man defense.
Brady Lewis has come in for Hales. He has the ball right side, a couple of hard dribbles, pull up, shot up, rebound Mortensen. Here come the Lions once again. Looks like Payson wants to push.
A bit, when you got the momentum, that's a great idea.
Long 3 attempt by, who was that? That was Weiberg. He
Number
missed
12,
that one.
yeah.
Reach in and a foul against Payson. That's 4 already.
Well, that's on Jaden Terry, but the good news is they've got 4 fouls, but nobody's picked up their second here early on, so they're spreading the love.
That's right. If you have to do it. Inbound, Knowles, and a foul against the Lions again. I think that one will be number 2.
Yep, that's number 2 on Jaden Terry. And he'll come out of the game.
Yeah, he'll come out. In place of him, number 4, Chandler Reno.
I don't know why Jaden Terry came out and slammed the bench. I could hear it clear from here. And
he could have let it bounce.
Yeah, he could have. Oh, man. Just a mental mistake there.
Bucket good by Barr. 4 scorers on the Lions roster. And the Dons have a free throw.
Yeah, it's been all Payson here, but they've been creating turnovers and getting points off those turnovers.
Another foul by Payson. That's number 6. The Dons are shooting from here on.
And
Dons might end up just getting free throws and no field goals this half.
Michael Rowley picks up his second one, and they'll bring him out of the game and bring in Marty Bledgy.
Marty Bledgy in. Dan Lunt wastes no time getting him off the floor after picking up his second. As Rowley finding himself in a little bit of foul trouble, and this Lions squad showing a little bit of aggressiveness here.
Yeah, they are all over the Dons tonight.
Braden Christensen in for the Spanish Fort Dons in place of Jax Tobias and Caleb Money in as well. Argyle open 3. Missed it. Out of bounds. Who's he giving it to? Payson. His Money.
Yeah, Money came in thundering in. Probably a good call that time, but don't like to see the ref hesitate that long.
No, he took his time. He had to think about it for a second. Made the right call, I think. Underneath, Mortensen.
Wow.
Colton Mortensen with 5. And that's a play drawn up for him. I mean, that's just
right.
Dan Lunt being a coach.
They set a screen for him, got him open, and he rolls to the basket.
Dons with it. Knowles left side, a couple dribbles, and Bridger almost throws it away. Austin Dyer with the ball. The Dons working back out to the perimeter.
If you're Payson, you don't want to foul here. They'll put him right at the line. At the same time, you don't want to lose your aggressiveness either.
Money out front. The right side. Knowles can't hang on. Actually, it's Dyer. He pulls the trigger on a 3, misses badly, and here we go. Payson with it. Lions out front. Damon Barr, left side. Ball not nearly kicked out of the way, but Payson maintains possession. 1:50 on the clock. Right side. And underneath, the shot up, no good. Payson now getting the offensive breaks.
Nice pass.
I'll say. That bucket goes for Chandler Reno.
And Damon Barr with the assist
Bledgy.
to Bledgy that time, and that thing was wide open.
Argyle, no. The lid has not come off the basket. Jump ball, and the possession arrow is going to go to the Dons. 1.7 minutes into the first quarter.
And I think the good news, Alan, is probably nobody else is watching this right now as we're having technical difficulties. Or they're all here because this place is packed.
Yeah. Into the game for Spanish Fork. Number 24, Josh Chingus.
They can't buy a basket at this point in the game.
Braden Christensen out front. Tanner Argyle. Argyle dribbling hard, going to the hoop. Shot up, no.
And he was way off balance when he took that shot.
Yeah, now it seems like the Dons are just desperate for an attempt. Mortensen.
He can go inside on you, and he can shoot it from outside. Mortensen is averaging 18 points on this season, and I can see why.
Out front, Chingus. Back to Argyle. Tanner flips it out. Money. Christensen. Driving hard. Back out. Argyle for three. He can't. I mean, the Dons just can't get anything to fall.
I mean, they've had plenty of second chance opportunities as well, and still they can't buy a bucket.
Brandon Congdon also out there for the Dons.
Well, we might have to get down there and show them how it's done, Alan.
Money loses it, 17 on the clock. This is, okay. So anyway, we want to thank MVP Sports for sponsoring tonight's MVP of the game. Sporting goods for all season.
And with one free throw, Knowles is leading the way in the candidacy. Sorry, I couldn't help myself.
That's true. Foul against Payson off the ball. Money goes to the floor.
If you're going to throw a screen, you might as well throw your shoulder into somebody's head.
You know. See if the Dons can't get some points here before this quarter ends.
Bledgy picks up the foul that time, but still they won't shoot since it was an offensive foul.
Triple T sponsoring the game tonight. Chingus, no. Christensen, no. Come on, get in there, ball. Well, we got another chance following this break. 19-1, Payson.
MVP Sports is the #1 source for sporting goods in Spanish Fork. Football, soccer, all the fall sports, we've got you covered. Check out our new custom t-shirt builder. Design at home and we'll build it for you. MVP Sports, 72 North Main in Spanish Fork. You know Triple T Heating and Cooling, but did you know that Triple T does plumbing? From tankless hot water, soft water, and reverse osmosis drinking water systems, right down to that leaky faucet. Triple T sure does plumbing. Call Triple T at 801-798-7711 today. Need a new car or truck? The Car Guys has the best selection of used vehicles at the best prices in Spanish Fork. The Car Guys know their automobiles to get you the best car for your needs and your budget. The Car Guys at 872 North Main in Spanish Fork.
Back for the second quarter, the Dons trailing by just a small margin of 18, 19-1 the score. Payson will get the ball to start the second quarter. Bryce Weiberg with the ball, goes underneath to Mortensen.
Wow.
Nice ball movement by the Lions, but had to recover. Shot up and in. Chandler Reno.
Beautiful fake by
Barr out front, running the point for the Payson Lions. Chingus on him.
the Lions. As you watch these guys underneath, they move well without the ball.
The Dons are in a man defense. Ball out of bounds off the hands of Damon Barr, and Spanish Fork will get it back.
Well, if you're Spanish Fork, you're still not out of this thing. You could make a run here. If you can cut it to single digits before half, I think that'd be a great start to get them back in this ball game.
You have to put that entire first quarter completely out of your head.
Yeah, it's like Vegas. What happened stayed there, right?
Yep.
The first quarter.
Cook blocked, foul called. 2 shots coming for Kellett Cook.
Wow, that looked pretty clean.
Yeah.
Must have got him with the body. Who are they calling that on?
They call him in on Reno. Chandler Reno, that'll be his first, I believe.
That first foul for him.
18 fouls. Free throw number 1 rattles off.
Kellett Cook come in and has just been a spark plug, I think, for this offense.
1 coming. Shot good. We're rolling here, finally.
23-6. Get the rally monkey out.
5:09 remaining, or excuse me, 5:05. A 3 ball on the way, and that shot has been open for every team that has faced the Dons. And that one dropped.
That's the first
by
time
Weiberg.
Payson's utilized that open 3, but you're right, that corner is unguarded at most times.
It's the defense the Dons set up, and if they go to man, they find a pick somewhere. Chingus misses.
Yeah, when they go to man, they just too many teams they're just not able to stick with their man.
3 ball on the way, missed by Weiberg again, and that one going out of bounds to Spanish Fork, who has 1 foul.
Brandon Cogden, though, did a great job of boxing out and letting that thing go out of bounds.
Yes, he did. Freshman Brandon Cogden. The Dons going with some not so familiar faces currently. Knowles, the only starter out there. Chingus for 3. No. Rebound out of bounds to Payson.
Well, when your starters aren't getting the job done, what other choice does a coach have but than to go to the backups, right? The JV teams out there.
That's right. Want to thank SFCN for bringing this game to you. Built for speed, SFCN. Internet services all being upgraded, actually. Shot up, no good. Rebound to the Dons, lost by Knowles. Payson gets it back.
There's the open 3-0, but it's well over the head of Weiberg.
Weiberg sends it Soren. Timeout on the floor. 3 minutes, 46 seconds remaining. We want to thank the Car Guys for sponsoring tonight's instant replays. They're located 872 North Main in Spanish Fork. State Farm, Lance Wilson, who's sponsoring tonight's great assists of the game. And also Triple T, heating, cooling, and plumbing. So coming out of the timeout, the Dons in a 20-point deficit. And the Dons, they again, things have got to get rolling for this Dons team before the half if you want any shot in the second.
Yeah, they've got to make another run here, try and get it even to a more manageable 14 is, wow, we've got just a ton of girls down there on the court.
Yeah,
the refs
I think
trying
that
to
the
get
game
it back.
isn't ready to go until that funnel of children.
That's the youth of America.
That's right. So here we go. Kellett Cook running the point for the Dons. He's still playing with only Knowles as the lone starter on the floor. Pretty much how the entire second quarter has gone. We got a foul against Bridger Knowles. Clearly.
Wow.
I don't know about that.
It looked like Bledgy got his arm around. Or was that? Oh, yeah, Marty Bledgy got his arm around him, and they did not call that. It's like the Dons are going to go man-to-man here. We'll see if they can keep on their guy. They really struggle doing that, especially against some of these screens and movement of other teams.
You don't want Mortensen with it. He had it. They give it up. Reno misses. The Dons have it. Out front, Chingus. Works it right side to Collington. Forces up a shot. No good. Rebound to the Lions.
Collington
Bledgy.
Way off balance that time. You're not going to make too many shots when you're that far off balance.
Dons with it. After the miss, 2:44 remaining. And a turnover.
That's been the other thing. I believe the Dons have more turnovers than points so far this evening. And we're only, 2 minutes and 35 seconds into the, left in the second period here.
Well,
Payson's cooled down though.
Yeah. Problem is the Dons haven't heated up. Right side, Barr. After a triangular series of passes, it ends up with him, and then they assist underneath to Bledgy.
That's the thing is Payson's been making most of their buckets just right inside the key off easy layups coming in from, I guess we could call a Lance Wilson great assist.
Yeah. Whistle and a foul on the floor.
What we got?
The Dons are going to get 1 and 1 here. It should be 18 fouls currently. May get 9 now. It's saying 8 on the board. So to the free throw line, Brady Lewis.
I got 9 as well, and they've changed that now.
They've changed it. Okay. 28-6 the lead for Payson. Football score.
Well, you get tired of this game. There's also the Maple Mountain Springville game on Channel 16 that may or may not be a better game.
Got a pretty decent game coming up Tuesday, Chris. You know about this one?
It's the Maple Mountain Spanish Fort game. That was 2 excellent battles that we had for you here on Channel 17 last year. Wow.
We'll be on 16 and 17 in case one of the stations having a little technical difficulty. 2 free throws for Brady Lewis. The Dons to within 20. Shot no good. Rebound Spanish Fork. Chingus. Underneath to Knowles. Back out to Chingus. 3 ball on its way. No good. Rebound Payson. How many 3-point shots have the Dons taken? They're 0 for.
Probably half a dozen open looks.
3 ball, no good. Rebound. Once again to Payson. You can watch these games online, any other live stuff, or even pre-recorded stuff. Hop on youtube.com/SpanishFort17. You can watch these broadcasts live if you're out of town.
In town and don't want to show up.
I mean, if you're in town, you don't want to show up, or if you're sitting at this game and are curious about what's going on with the Maple Mountain Springville game, hop on, find out.
Looks like
Chris is doing it right now.
Looks like it's 9-7 in the first is the last look I've got with 4:16, but they've got to be further than that now.
Nevertheless, Payson milking clock like it's going out of style here. And a whistle and a foul against, I guess it's Argyle that'll pick it up, but there's no real worries. The Dons with 3 team fouls now. First on Argyle.
Argyle finally checking back in the game. He had a nice long rest there.
Damon Barr with it, right side to Mortensen. Haven't heard much from Colton Mortensen in the last few minutes. Barr fouled by Congdon. Dons are just not wanting Payson to set anything up and get a clean shot off here.
Well, Payson will hold here for the last shot, see if they can't get a halfway decent look with 8 seconds.
You got a guy out there with 1 foul. You might want to burn one with a couple seconds. There they go.
Good call that time.
As long as it's not Argyle. That is.
That's a second.
That is his second foul. So.
Second quick foul. He had none.
So now you don't want him to get another one, but now you got to worry about Mortensen, and there he is. Mortensen pops one off, doesn't get the shot off. Reno, no. Oh, I'll tell you what, I need a break here, Chris. 28-8 Payson through 2 quarters. A halftime coming up. We'll take a break and be right back with a little bit of halftime synopsis on this disaster.
Hi, welcome to Two Jacks Pizza.
For the best pizza you'll ever taste and our world-famous cheese sticks, come to Two Jacks Pizza on Main Street in Spanish Fork, or call us for a quick delivery. Are you hungry yet?
In Spanish Fork, see your good neighbor State Farm agent Lance Wilson for your insurance and financial needs.
Well, Chris, as the kids are getting ready to party it up,
Yeah, let's
put
talk
on a
about
show
them.
a little bit down there, we can talk a little bit about what's going on in this first half, which I declared a disaster earlier, and I didn't mean to be overly
I
negative, but sometimes you just got to call a spade, and I don't think anybody in this gym or watching at home would have said anything extra. The fact that Dons have 8 after 2 is pretty bad.
Well, I'm pretty impressed that they were able to, increase their score by 7 times there in the second quarter.
Yeah.
That's how positive I am, Alan. No, you're absolutely right. That was a dumpster fire. It smells bad. It doesn't look good either.
Yeah. Well, you know what? There's another half a ball.
Right.
And I've seen teams trail by more than this come back and pull off wins. And the Dons did lock down pretty well defensively in that second quarter. They only allowed Payson 9 points, but the problem was you scored 7. So,
right.
That defense there does show something. He's just got to get the offense rolling, and I feel like if the Dons can get something going offensively, that they can find themselves back in this one pretty quick.
Right, but they've got to figure out how to play a little tougher on defense and get some turnovers, because even though Payson only had 9 points, they're moving the ball well. Yeah. They're creating turnovers. They missed a couple of threes that they hit there in the first quarter, so they've got to figure a way maybe to create some offense by getting a couple turnovers here, and then you got to make your shots. Holy cow, how many open looks have they had that just weren't even close?
Well, there are plenty of shots that Dons took that were just didn't fall that first quarter. Again, record setting here on SFCN, to my knowledge, of 1 point. I haven't seen that happen before here. And, it's
probably hasn't happened since they invented basketball here in the state of
again,
Utah.
we got to bring him up. I'm sure there's been a time or two when Craig Drury has held a team to 0 in a quarter, but it's one of those things. Again, we're looking for this team to pick it up, and the Dons, strangely enough, they emptied the floor of their starters a lot in that second quarter. I don't know that Tobiasen played the second quarter, did he?
Not a whole lot. He was pretty ineffective in that first quarter as he was getting beat all day by Colton Mortensen underneath, and that's kind of surprising for a guy that big as big as Jax Tobiasen but he was just out hustled. He wasn't out muscled.
That's right. And nevertheless, the Dons in a tough one here, is trailing 28-8 here on Spanish Fork 17. Again, we thank you for joining us and encourage you to stick with us. If you got friends outside, tell them to pull out their phone, go to youtube.com/SpanishFork17. They can catch it as well. 28-8 your halftime score. Chris and I will take a break, and we'll be right back. Second half coming up.
MVP Sports is the #1 source for sporting goods in Spanish Fork. Football, soccer, all the fall sports, we've got you covered. Check out our new custom t-shirt builder. Design at home and we'll build it for you. MVP Sports, 72 North Main in Spanish Fork. You know Triple T Heating and Cooling, but did you know that Triple T does plumbing? From tankless hot water, soft water, and reverse osmosis drinking water systems, right down to that leaky faucet. Triple T sure does plumbing. Call Triple T at 801-798-7711 today. Need a new car or truck? The Car Guys has the best selection of used vehicles at the best prices in Spanish Fork. The Car Guys know their automobiles to get you the best car for your needs and your budget. The Car Guys at 872 North Main in Spanish Fork.
Spanish Fort trailing 28-8 to the Payson Lions, a heated rival. But you know what? Payson getting the best of the Dons in this one so far. We'd like to thank the sponsors for tonight's game. The Car Guys, Doug Smith, hey Doug. State Farm, Lance Wilson, State Farm Insurance, MVP Sports, Triple T, Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, and 2 Jacks Pizza. We also want to thank SFCN for bringing this game to you as well. And gladly, we have this halftime break so the Dons can hit the locker room and figure out what's going on, Chris.
Yeah, hopefully they figured it out. And if you want to watch Maple Mountain, they're up 16-8 on Springville right now, just starting the second quarter there. We're always seeming to be quite a bit ahead of them as we've now lost the scoreboard, which is now a blessing rather than a curse.
Absolutely. Maybe we won't be able to play the rest of this, and we'll have to just postpone it. I don't know.
I think everybody came here to watch these girls dance at halftime anyway, so we can all leave now.
I'll tell you what, I wouldn't be surprised as many parents and children as came in, which has come in tonight. Man, I mean, I'm glad I got here early to find a parking spot, Chris.
Well, I'm not going to lie to you. I had to run over about 175 people to get in here as I was just surfing my way through the crowd saying, let me through.
Well, I'll tell you what. It's been awesome to see this crowd here tonight. The show at halftime was good. Prior to halftime was not. And hopefully the second half, the Dons are going to put it together and bring it back to a show. See if we can't get something going against this Payson Lion team, who give them a lot of credit, Chris. They played a very solid game. You have 2 players out there who've been more of an impact than anyone else between Colton Mortensen and Bryce Weiberg, who've both been really impactful for Payson.
Yeah, Mortensen underneath, and Weiberg hit a couple of threes, I believe, and he looked good doing it. And they had great ball movement. And, you know, Payson struggled to get an offensive rebound. They could not, a defensive rebound there in the first quarter, and Spanish Fork couldn't, capitalize on those opportunities. They had plenty of second chance opportunities and only went away with 1 point at the end of the first quarter. And that's really put them in a big hole here.
Sort of a prolonged halftime here. Spanish Fork High School, they stopped the clock because of all the fun that's taken place with the junior cheerleaders along with the drill team, and now the cheerleaders once again back out on the floor. But again, a couple of things to look forward to for Spanish Fork along with Maple Mountain. This coming Tuesday, Maple Mountain will be visiting Spanish Fork for the first of the 2 big rivalry games, crosstown rivalry between the Dons and the Golden Eagles.
Right. And
we'll be covering that one. The Maple Mountain fellas will be covering the second go-round.
Yeah, and that game last year, I actually watched it at Maple Mountain at home with my boys, and wow, that thing, Maple Mountain came storming back from down 10 to send that thing into overtime, and then eventually won it, and then Spanish Fork had to hold on for dear life here at home and win by 3, but Maple Mountain won region last.
It's not like a different type of rivalry like the Dons have with Payson or with Salem Hills even for that matter. We're looking at a team here with Maple Mountain and Spanish Fork, regardless of who's the best or considered the best and whatever, you're always going to get great competition out of both teams.
Yeah, usually you do. I think Maple Mountain might have the edge. They're a pretty athletic team, and Spanish Fork's going to have to bring their A game if they want to compete and win that thing. But like you said, on any given night in Region 8, anybody can beat anybody. We've seen that early on.
Well, you got 2 guards up there that have more experience on the basketball floor than anybody in the Spanish Fork Dons lineup combined.
Right, Jaron
Hall and Cade Polson. And those 2 are, they're both studs, and they're going to be tough. A tough bill for Spanish Fork, and we'll see how that one goes. Nevertheless, we got a another minute or two before this game's going to get rolling. We'll take another break if that's okay. I believe it is. And we'll be back in the second half right after this.
Hi, welcome to Two Jacks Pizza.
For the best pizza you'll ever taste and our world-famous cheese sticks, come to Two Jacks Pizza on Main Street in Spanish Fork or call us for a quick delivery. Are you hungry yet?
In Spanish Fork, see your good neighbor State Farm agent Lance Wilson for your insurance and financial needs.
Well, I'll tell you what, Chris Hurst, Dan Lunt has to be pretty pleased with what he saw in that first half as a Coach Payson, as at least defensively. And again, the Dons really just couldn't take the lid off of that hoop.
And Payson played great defense. And Spanish Fork had a lot of off-balance shots, and that was caused by the ferocious defense of the Lions. But also on the offensive end, they looked pretty good, pretty comfortable passing the ball inside to Mortensen, and then, shooting it outside Weiberg and Mortensen as well. They had pretty good touch that time for Payson, and that's why they've got a 20-point lead here. And if you're Payson, you just got to keep doing what you're doing. I don't think Spanish Fork has much of a chance unless Payson lets them back in this game a little bit, get some help, maybe some turnovers and stuff like that.
Time for the Dons to put on their game face. It's one of those situations where Spanish Fork has got to get to work. And by work, I mean you run every play to perfection. You've got to get everything going because Payson ain't going to let you have anything. They want their JV in before the end of this quarter, you know it.
Right, and Congdon and Chingus are out on the court for the Dons as they came off the bench, so the Dons only starting 3 of their starters.
Yeah, those 3 starters, Tanner Argyle, Bridger Knowles, Jax Tobiasen. As Tobiasen has it, top of the post, looking, Argyle can't handle it, holds it back out. Find an open shot, Congdon has to struggle to pull it off the floor. Tobiasen double team, nice spin move. Jax Tobiasen, his first bucket. They need him to get into this.
Right, and that is the first post play we've seen headed towards Tobiasen's way, and he's a lot bigger than Mortensen is.
Mortensen, however, been able to find his shots. 3-ball on the way, no good. Weiberg can't connect, and here come the Dons. They can push it and make something happen. Let them do it. 3-ball from the corner. Got it! Brandon Congdon, his first bucket of the game.
That's a great way for the Dons to start this third quarter out, the second half, as they pick up 5 points here. That's nearly matching their first half.
I was going to say, they almost doubled their score a minute in. But that's what you need to do. You got to, get that offense rolling. Another 3-ball fired and drained. Jaden Terry, his first bucket of the game is a big 3-ball.
Terry's averaging 12 points a game. It was just a matter of time before he found a shot. We have a scoreboard malfunction.
No, we're going to have a conference here to make sure that buzzer isn't going off in the middle of a play. Right side, Tanner Argyle. Trying to create room. Argyle guarded closely by Roller. Underneath, Tobiasen had his head turned to reach in foul, however, against Payson. I believe that's on Jaden Terry. That'll be 3 on him.
That is 3 on him, and that's part of the reason he only has 3 points is he picked up 2 early fouls there in the first half, and they sat him.
Lunt's going to leave him in, and another foul against Payson. That one's going against Mortensen. Could use a few against him.
It's his second.
2 team fouls early for Payson. Tobiasen working into the paint. Foul against Payson again.
They're just trying to double team Tobiasen down low.
And that's Mortensen's third, isn't it? No, that's actually on Terry. His fourth. He's gone. coming off the bench is going to be Marty Bledgy. And once you get that third, you don't want to pick up the fourth. Tobiason's going to get 2 shots and miss a first.
He's probably played 6 minutes in this ball game as a starter for Payson, because he's just, when he's been in, he's been fouling.
31-13 the lead for the Lions. 6:14 remaining here in the third quarter. Second free throw on the way for Tobiason. No, missed them both. Can't miss those. Payson has it.
Very bizarre third quarter here. As Payson's already picked up 3 fouls, and Spanish has gone on a scoring spree for them.
Bumping a foul against the Don. Josh Chingus will pick that one up.
That's his first foul.
No harm, no foul with just one. The Dons, not a team that typically picks up a whole lot of fouls outside of Tobias and Ken, but he really hasn't.
He hasn't this season.
No, he hasn't done too much to find himself in trouble. Outside, Damon Barr, the point guard, running against Tanner Argyle. In the corner was Michael Rowley. He springs off. Tanner Argyle steals it. Good luck catching him. Going to get a foul. So 2 shots coming for Tanner Argyle.
Bryce Weiberg will pick up his second, I believe.
Argyle had 26 against Uena. Scoreless tonight.
That is incredible, because he's averaging nearly 15 points a game for the Dons.
And again, you get him on a roll, you get him streaking a little bit, and start seeing the Dons eat away at this pace and lead, but the Dons can't hit free throws.
Yeah, that free throw pretty much sums up the Dons' night.
One more for Tanner. He's going to get another one, a lane violation against Payson. Luckily, because he missed that one.
You know what they say, third time's the charm here.
That's right. Free throw, got it. He's finally on the board. Argyle with his first point. 31-14, the lead for the Payson Lions.
Still feels more like a football score.
Yeah, 31-14. That's usually what Payson's doing to, or Spanish should be doing to Payson
in the third quarter of a football game.
Right. Looking underneath Mortensen.
Wow, he got triple teamed in a hurry.
Yes, he did. They crowded him. He creates his own space. Gets it back out. The Dons, after that quick triple team, had to go find the guys they were supposed to have. Right side, open three. Rowley can't make it. Might have been blocked a little bit. Barr scores, though. Damon Barr, only his second bucket of the game. The point guard. And the 19-point lead for the Lions again. Dons started the quarter hot.
They just can't seem to get any. They have not made one single run this night other than that 5-0 one to start this quarter. But other than that, it's been ugly at best.
Argyle, no. Rebound to the Lions, and here they come. Pushing it up the floor is Rowley. We're back out to Damon Barr. Mortensen, Rowley, Barr. Barr back to Rowley up top. Payson content to wear clock out. They're in no hurry. Mortensen rattles around, ends up with it somehow, and the 3-ball missed by Payson. Bryce Weiberg missed that one. And the Dons on the glass. Argyle. Knowles. Tobiason. Adeline fouled, and they're going to call a blocking foul against Payson.
Wow, looked like Tobiason got shot that time. I think that might have been a little acting that time, but definitely warranted a foul that time.
Bledgy picking up that foul. Tobiason to the line for 2.
Be the second foul on Bledgy, 15 foul on the Lions.
Tobiason 0 for 2 from the line. First one, no. I want to thank Car Guys for sponsoring tonight's instant replay. State Farm And Lance Wilson for sponsoring the great assist to the game, along with Triple T Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
I'm going to be honest with you, I don't know if there has been a single assist by the Dons tonight.
That's right. Might have been one. I don't know.
And the free throw shooting has been horrendous as well, but you're only down 19. If you can cut this thing to maybe 12 here by the end of the quarter, give yourself a shot in the fourth.
Well, as long as Weiberg finds himself with that much space, it won't happen. Bryce Weiberg has 10 for the Lions. Shot up and good for Argyle. His first field goal of the game. Again, Chris, like you said, if the Dons can just get on it, they need it. You need a real streak coming up towards the end of this quarter. Baseline, the ball stolen away. Tobiasen fighting for it. We got a foul against Payson. Wow. That'll be 6 already on the Lions, as picking that one up is going to be Chandler Reno.
Right. But you know who's came here to fight? It's been the Lions, and that's why they've picked up 3 times as many fouls as the Dons have. But that's a sign of how aggressive they've been, and Spanish Forks just letting Payson take this game.
Argyle trying to change that. Forces one up. He's fouled. He's going to the line. 17 foul. The Dons will be shooting from here on already. And much like the first half.
Right.
But, you know, if you can create circumstances where you're getting fouled to get to the free throw line, clock stoppage, free points, that's a big deal.
I didn't see who they called that on. If it's on number 4, that Reno, that'd be his 3rd, but I don't think they've put it up on the board.
I credited Garrett Hales on accident with that one. It's only showing 1 up there. So Argyle get one more free throw.
And we haven't seen Garrett Hales since the start of this game.
No. Started, played half of the first quarter, and I don't think we've seen him since. Argyle makes the second of 2. So 5 points for Tanner, all coming here in the third quarter. The Dons needing him to get hot. Now trailing 35-18. Barr. Oh, they work it underneath. Great pass. Call that a Lance Wilson great assist.
Marty Bledgy picking up the basketball on a great assist is a turnover here.
Yeah, you give that great assist to Bryce Weiberg.
He's had a couple of great entry passes tonight. That's not his first. Weiberg just a junior as well.
Don steal it away. Money comes up with it. Cook, who just checked in, can't keep it. For some reason, he could not keep it out of the hands of Chandler Reno.
Right. Reno that time just had perfect timing on getting his hands up to block that ball.
I'll tell you what, Kellett Cook will pick up a foul just as soon as he gets on the floor here. Be 2 team fouls against the Dons with 2 minutes left here in the third, 2:05 to be exact.
Right. Cook's going to have nightmares with Chandler Reno just blocking the ball in his face.
That's like you're trying to run in one of those nightmares.
Right. Sad thing is it really happened.
Yeah, you're just stuck in the mud. It happens. Anyway, Mortensen, who's been scoreless this quarter, gets it to Reno, looking underneath, and the ball out of bounds to the Lions. Looked like that might have actually went off of Bledgy's foot, looked like to me, but I don't have the best eyes in the world.
Could have went either way. It was very close.
Ball inbound. Payson with it. Across the timeline to Damon Barr. Tanner Argyle all over him. Pick set up. Mortensen left alone. 3 ball good.
Wow. Man, can that kid shoot it from the outside as well as the inside? How many points does he have?
He's got 13.
13. And just 3 here in the second half.
Had 10 in the first half. 3 ball by Argyle, no. Rebound to Payson. Barr flips it underneath. Bledgy can't connect. Gets his own rebound and taken away by Brady Lewis.
A great hustle by Brady Lewis.
What do we have here? Official has stopped play.
We got a foul or just a random whistle? Oh.
What?
Okay.
Chingus is allowed to come in for Tanner Argyle.
Huh. Random whistle.
Yeah. Caleb Money right side to Chingus, who's looking underneath to Christensen. Braden Christensen, who's coming for Tobias, and now the Dons with, again, no starters on the floor.
Well, feeling more like a moral victory that after that first period they made it into double digits.
Chingus misses, rebound, Lions. 30 on the clock upcoming. 22-point lead for Payson. Mortensen back out to Barr. Closely guarded by Kellett Cook. Down to 20. Payson looking for the last shot.
You run that weave.
Three-man weave out there.
You got to run that a little closer to the three-point line, in my opinion.
Yeah, you're trapping yourself against that timer.
Right.
Barr with 5 on the clock. Nice
Oh,
pass. Wow. Bucket good by Beledji. The plan worked, and that is going to end the third quarter of play. 42-18 Payson heading into the fourth. We'll be right back.
MVP Sports is the #1 source for sporting goods in Spanish Fork. Football, soccer, all the fall sports, we've got you covered. Check out our new custom t-shirt builder. Design at home and we'll build it for you. MVP Sports, 72 North Main in Spanish Fork. You know Triple T Heating and Cooling, but did you know that Triple T does plumbing? From tankless hot water, soft water, and reverse osmosis drinking water systems, right down to that leaky faucet. Triple T sure does plumbing. Call Triple T at 801-798-7711 today. Need a new car or truck? The Car Guys has the best selection of used vehicles at the best prices in Spanish Fork. The Car Guys know their automobiles to get you the best car for your needs and your budget. The Car Guys at 872 North Main in Spanish Fork.
I want to thank our sponsors, the Car Guys, Doug Smith, State Farm, Lance Wilson, State Farm Insurance, along with the Car Guys, Two Jacks Pizza, SFCN, Triple T Heating and Air. Ball taken away by the Dons. Brandon Congdon. It's a block.
Rejected.
Barr leads up the layup, scores it.
Well, if you're a little bored of this blowout as Spanish trails 44-18, you can turn over and watch Maple Mountain and Springville, where that's 24-18 at the half per Ryan Pickens there on Channel 16 for Maple Mountain. Good game.
Yeah, we'll see how that one turns out for the Eagles. Spanish Fork gets it taken away again. Lions, open layup, score it. Michael Rowley.
It's a layup drill at this point for the Lions as they're just getting back on offense, and Spanish Fork's not pursuing.
Jax Tobiasen outside to Tanner Argyle. Argyle to the free throw line, puts up a shot, no good. Rebound Payson, here they come. Damon Barr, left side, 3-ball on its way and good.
Of course it's good.
Jaden Terry, he's been on the floor for a total of 1 minute and 58 seconds with 4 fouls.
It's a miracle.
He's got 6 points.
It's a miracle he didn't foul out yet.
3-ball, no good. Rebound, Tobiasen.
Now this is the part of the game where it gets sloppy, it gets ugly in these blowouts, and you just hope nobody gets hurt. I've seen that happen way too many times.
Yeah. Mortensen 3. No.
But Payson's loading up the bench here.
Yeah.
Bring in the JV.
Yep. They're on their way out. 29-point lead. It's pretty safe. Tobiasen throws one and somewhere into outer space.
Good thing that lady on her cell phone was paying attention.
Tanner Argyle out of the game for the Dons as Payson just emptied the bench. We're going to have to learn a whole group of new faces, although they still have Mortensen out there.
Mortensen must be needing some extra running time here.
Yeah.
Surprised he's in this ball game, to be honest with you.
Hagen Wright with the ball up to Braden Barr. It's going to take a while for me to figure out, so please bear with me. Mortensen forces it up, misses the right-hander. Rebound. Terry fouled. The bucket goes.
Wow. And the Payson bench is loving this game. Anytime you can beat your rival like this, why not enjoy it?
I remember a game last year where the Dons did this to Salem Hills.
Right.
You know, and I think you were gone for that.
I was gone for that one.
That was you know, I mean, sometimes you can run into you come to a gym, you get ready for a game, you get out there, and it seems like absolutely nothing can go right. That's kind of been the way it's been for Spanish Fort tonight.
Yeah, that happens from time to time. When I was in high school, I think it was my sophomore year, Payson beat Springville. I went to Springville. It was like 99-44 once.
Saw a Timpview game much like that between Timpview and Spanish. We got to travel.
Yeah, right call that time. And Spanish Fort's just all sorts of confused right now. And, you know, you've lost 3 in a row. Let's assume they lose this one, Alan. But
pretty safe.
Pretty safe. You've lost to Wasatch, you win it. And up next is Maple Mountain, and Maple Mountain's going to have at least a share, if they can hold on against Springville tonight, of the region lead. So, I mean, you can't. It's going to be another tough game.
3 ball, good. Terry.
And
now they're just showing off, especially that Terry kid. Good
right, he started, and he's just unloading now.
3 ball or a foul. It's Tobias in a little line. And I'll tell you what, the 3 balls have been pouring in for Jaden Terry. He's got 12 points, all of which have come in the second half.
Been in foul trouble the entire ball game. He's just out there, I think, until he fouls out.
Tobias in for 2. That's the first. He's 0 for 5 from the free throw line.
And he just does not look comfortable at the free throw line right now. He's moving all over, and he's pretty jerky when he's shooting that shot. I don't know if that's the best word, but
herky-jerky.
Herky-jerky.
Free throw. No. Rebound. Braden Christensen fight, or not Christensen. No, swatted away.
Oh, Tobias gave him a shove that time on Bledgy. The ref had turned his back on that.
Luckily.
And Coach Roberts is going to give a little earful to Tobias about not doing that.
Connor Bateman on the floor for Payson. Everybody on Payson's bench has seen time officially now. At least those that they've dressed. So 2 shots for Argyle. He knocks down the first, now has 6 points.
It's pretty awesome when you can get your sophomores and freshmen in the game, as we have to learn new names. And man, those kids look young out there, don't they?
Yeah, Bateman is a freshman. Free throw good.
Matthew Mose is a sophomore out there.
Yeah, that's right. Bateman, left side. Up top to Mose. We'll see to Justin Riley. Riley with the left side. Cutting to the hoop. Whoa!
Tobias taking out a little frustration that time.
That might be a Lance Wilson State Farm assist of the game, as Tobias assisted that one into the first couple rows like a rocket.
You've got to learn to keep the ball in play where your teammates can get it.
Outside Bateman. He'll go up against Tobias and a miss. Rebound to the Dons. Knowles to Argyle. Argyle, left side. Dyer, who has hardly been in as well.
We haven't, and
Dons with their starters out there.
Minus Hells.
Tobias can't connect.
Tobias got fouled that time.
The Dons need to get the starters off.
Right.
I mean, at this point,
you're just going to get somebody hurt.
Yeah. I mean, they don't want. You're not going to want these kids out there to beat you, but a 3 ball by Matthew Bateman. You know,
that
Or
most?
Connor Bateman, excuse me.
Connor Bateman.
But I'm just going to say, you want, you know, you don't want your starters out there pushing harder and harder every second to keep things, you know, to show your masculinity against a bunch of kids that are younger. And you do that, you put them in a situation they're going to get hurt.
Right, but they're down 34, and they're still getting beat by the freshmen and sophomores.
I didn't say that. Two Jacks Pizza sponsors Spanish Fort basketball. You can find them at 30 North Main in Spanish Fort, 798-8601. We also want to thank MVP Sports for sponsoring tonight's MVP of the game. They're at 72 North Main. Also, visit youtube.com/Spanish Fort 17. And SFCN, Built for Speed, is also bringing this game to us via Channel 17.
And I'm just going to take a picture of the scoreboard and send it to my dad, who's a Payson graduate here.
Oh, he'll be thrilled.
He will be.
Dons are still out there with a couple of starters, although, well, Argyle's seen a lot of time as he dribbles it off his foot and out of bounds.
I haven't seen Garrett Hells is back out. He started, but he has hardly played at all.
Yeah, I mean, he could have him out there just to get some more minutes, but... Braden Christensen also out there, along with number 14, Preston Watson. Tanner Argyle with the bucket. He has 10, the only Don in double figures. In fact, the only Spanish Fort player with more than 3 points. Bateman trapped by a much taller Braden Christensen. Dons get it back. Garrett Hales led perfectly by Christensen, lays it up, score.
Well, maybe they'll keep this scene within 30 after all.
Payson with the ball up top, Bateman. Lions will work it around. Braden Barr, shot up and in.
Man, he just took Garrett Health to school as Garrett just got in on him a little too much, gave up too much room. Payson shouting it's all over, and that's the understatement of the evening as the school officials shut that down.
That's Brian Argyle, Spanish Fort High School graduate, now principal at Payson High School, that just shot that down. You wonder if there was any benevolent purpose there. 3 ball from the corner, got it. Tanner Argyle, 13 for him. So he's right at about average. Actually 14 now for him, so he is at average.
Right at his average, and unfortunately everybody else is below their average.
Actually, Brian Argyle's not the principal, he's the AD, sorry. Athletic director there, but still kind of funny.
Yeah, I've never seen anybody whistle and everybody shut up so fast in all my life.
Somebody has command over the student body, and I think Brian Argyle might be the guy.
I mean, when I was in high school, we would have probably still went on for a few more seconds, but man, he must have done something to somebody that we don't know about.
30-second timeout by the Spanish Fort Dons. Car Guys sponsor tonight's instant replays are located at 872 North Main in Spanish Fort. 798-0077. You can visit them online at carguysut.com.
.net.
What's that?
UT.net.
Net.
.net.
You're going to find .com isn't working. You're going to try .net. It's going to take you another 10 seconds.
That's 10 seconds. You could be looking at cars out.
That's right. Sorry. CarGuysUT.net. I think they should do away with net. Org.
Gov.
Yeah.
Imagine how much money we could save as taxpayers if they just got rid of the 3 letters Gov on the internet.
G-O-V. Get rid of those 3 letters, period. Would be a lot richer. Okay, we got a foul against Spanish Fork as Dons, for whatever reason.
I'm trying to put him at the line here. Thor picks up his first. No.
Yeah, I mean, we've got starters picking up their first fouls right now.
Nobody wanted to play defense in the first 3 quarters. 5-second call? Nope.
Nope, foul by Hales.
Had to have been close.
Yeah.
Garrett Hell's another starter picking up his first foul. Oh, they have him for 3. That cannot be right.
Oh, Bateman nearly loses it after the rough pass on the inbound. Justin Riley back out to Connor Bateman. Takes a couple dribbles. Garrett Hales rips it from him. Here come the Dons. 3-ball quarter. No good. Shot attempt there by Colton Condi.
Well, mercifully, this team's coming to an end.
45 on the clock. It seems like you can't get here quick enough, Chris.
I know.
Rylan Roundy has the ball up top. Bateman loses it. The Dons have it. Preston Watson comes up with it, gets it to Hales. 3-ball on the way. Drained by Austin Tyre.
Well, they're still fighting here. Only down 26. 20 seconds to go. Shocked they're playing this many starters, though.
Well, Payson will just pull back and let the clock run, but Spanish Fork still wants to push the issue. Foul against Colton Condi as the Lions will go to the line for 1-1. Oh, that kid cannot be much more than 6. The kid out of the free throw line.
How many points does Barr have, though?
Is it Rant? No,
it's Braden Barr.
That's right, Braden Barr.
He's got a few, though, doesn't he?
He's got a couple. Yeah, he's made a bucket.
He made a bucket.
Free throw good.
Oh, we got some pushing going on.
I don't think that's really necessary at this point.
I know Condi went up and gave him a little shove there, and Brandon Barr felt like he needed to shove him back.
A little extra, something extra from the JV game before this one.
Right, possibly.
Braden Barr will get one more. He's got 3. 7 ticks on the clock. Free throw, no. Out of bounds to the Dons. Should be.
Hopefully this will be the final shot of the evening.
You never know. Garrett Hales, right side, couple dribbles. No defense needed. Dons might run it out on their own. 3-ball, no. That'll end it. And I think everybody's going to be thrilled to get out of this gym. 61-34 your final. We'll be right back.
Hi, welcome to Two Jacks Pizza.
For the best pizza you'll ever taste and our world-famous cheese sticks, come to Two Jacks Pizza on Main Street in Spanish Fork, or call us for a quick delivery. Are you hungry yet?
In Spanish Fork, see your good neighbor State Farm agent Lance Wilson for your insurance and financial needs.
Spanish Fork falling by a score of 61-34 against this Payson Lions squad. I want to thank MVP Sports for sponsoring tonight's MVP of the game. They're located at 72 North Main in Spanish Fork, 798-3587. They sponsor tonight's player of the game, of course, the MVP of the game, which is Tanner Argyle, who ended up with 14 points, all coming in the second half. But Chris, he's the only person that scored more than 3 points in the entire Dons roster. When was the last time you saw that?
I don't know if I've ever seen that, and I've never seen a quarter since we've been doing these games where they came out and only scored 1 point. What a horrible way to start a game, and it just set the tone for it, and Payson took advantage of it, and those kids were having a lot of fun tonight as the bench was exploding as they watched some of those younger guys get in there in the second half, have some fun. Mortensen, Barr, they all look pretty comfortable tonight.
Well, Tanner Argyle, again, your MVP Sports MVP of the game. Just a rough go from the get-go. I mean, what else are you supposed to do? The Dons, when it came out, 19-1 in the first quarter.
Yes.
And I haven't seen that before. And it did. It set the tone for the remainder of the night. And the Dons tried to fight. They fought hard. But Payson, they upped their game a little bit after the half, pulled away, and that was the end of it.
Exactly, and they just could not find any momentum offensively. Their shots were way off. They were trying to push some offense and took a lot of off-balance shots there in the first half, and just really never settled into this ball game. And you know, if you're Spanish Fort, now you're 1-3 in region. That is huge as you take on the defending region champs, Maple Mountain, who will most likely be leading the region. If you want to check them out, they're still playing on channel 16, I believe.
They don't want to turn the channel from our faces. Give me a break. Okay, so Colton Mortensen finished with 13 points to lead the way for Payson. Jaden Terry with 12. Bryce Weiberg with 10. That 3 guys in double figures for Payson. Those 3 alone outscored the Dons by 1. So we want to thank, you know, or at least want to think that you could slow one of those guys down and keep it, but you know, at a decent competition. But it just didn't happen tonight. We want to thank all our sponsors tonight: the Car Guys, Lance Wilson, State Farm Insurance, Doug Smith Auto, MVP Sports, Triple T Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, 2 Jacks Pizza, and of course SFCN for sponsoring tonight's game. We'll leave you now the final score again, Chris. 61 for the Payson Lions, 34 for the Dons. And man, we've got a tough one coming up again here Tuesday. Be here, Spanish Fort, Maple Mountain.
Should be
It's going to be a war, and you know it, Chris.
Battle of the Fork here on the line in
That's
basketball.
right.
It's going to be off the hook,
Yep.
as the kids say.
I expect all these bleachers full for that one again. So be here Tuesday at 7. If not, tune in with us here on Spanish Fork 17.
Or Spanish Fork 16.
Or Spanish Fork 16, that's right. I'm Alan Huff, along with Chris Hurst. From everybody from Spanish Fork 17, we thank you for joining us. Until next time, so long from Spanish Fork High.